Hello and welcome to the Descendant saga. I'm a science fiction author, and normally my face is up in the corner of the screen, but today we're going to, as Sergeant Johnson says, we're going to get tactical Marines. So I'm going to keep my face out of the way because there's going to be a lot of windows, a lot of angles, and we might run into well, something important might happen that you need to see, and I don't want to obscure your view. I have done the first mission in the campaign. And now we're going to do the second one. I'm sorry for the delay. Last weekend I had both videos 2 days in a row was the squirrel with a gun. Now that I've finished my sci-fi games, I have other sci-fi games I might play, but my goal, my focus for the future is I'm going to concentrate on shorts. It's a better use of my time per views to make shorts instead of doing longer videos like these. And so instead, I'm going to finish the campaign here for 6 days in Fallujah, and I'm going to finish Squirrel with a Gun, and then we'll go to full bore all the shorts all the time. So please, subscribe for that. There's going to be more science-related stuff, more nerd things like I like. Tell me a comment, give me a comment down below, if you tell me what you think, if that's a good idea or a bad idea. Something I'm going to try. I'm just working on, getting traction because I'm a science fiction author, and I have books I plan on releasing in the near future. And I want to reach the widest audience possible so that they can read my books. Here's your reminder. You can't see it because I turned my face off in the corner, but normally I have a drink, so here's your reminder to stay hydrated with a H2O beverage. This is a really long loading screen. 6 Days in Fallujah is a fantastic game, at least from my experience. I'm so glad that there's now a single-player avenue so that I can play this on my own, because it's hard to get the boys together to do this the right way. And playing with randoms is just awful. It's also a good bit of history I think people need to know. So because I had a Squirrel with a Gun back-to-back last weekend, I'm going to run 6 days here back-to-back this weekend. So if you like this video, there's going to be another one tomorrow. Please follow for more. Subscribe to the channel.
Shock and awe. Within weeks, Saddam Hussein was defeated. The Iraqi army was disbanded, and out of the chaos that followed, an insurgency was born. The center of this insurgency was a 2,000-year-old city on the Euphrates called Fallujah.
Meanwhile, I have many other science fiction games that I could continue playing for long-form content like these.
Just going nuts, and it turned into just a hornet's nest.
Because of that, or not because of that, but the reason I would be doing that is because I'm a science fiction author, and I enjoy playing sci-fi games and then making fun of all the science that is wrong in the game. Because, gravity doesn't work that way, physics can't do this, so on and so forth. Which is a thing I've done in the past, look at all of my Mass Effect playthroughs, and
the convoy was being protected
Callisto
by
Protocol, that was another good one. We started Mass Effect Andromeda, but never finished because that game is awful and it wasn't getting any views either.
By gunmen, shot, burned, dismembered bodies and body parts hung from the green trestle.
I believe this is the same video from last time.
Reaction was insane. People were very upset across the country.
So let's see here. I can skip it, see if they're going to make us play the same mission. If not, or if they are,
Warhammer 2, this is Main 1. En route down Michigan is clear 2 clicks west of the Cloverleaf. Good luck down there. Insurgents broke the ceasefire again. Complex is cordoned off, and Higher just cleared us to respond with force. We're gonna get those bastards back.
3 o'clock. Guy with the cell phone.
Yeah,
3 o'clock.
this is the same thing. Is it going to make me play the same mission twice in a row? I don't know why.
Warhammer 2, first squad's on objective. Roger, first squad. Insurgents are using
Right.
that first
I'll see you in the next mission because I'm not going to waste my time doing this twice. All right.
Iraq today harbors a deadly terrorist network.
First mission's out of the way.
Abu Musab al-Zarqawi.
Now we can get on to the second one. I don't know why we had to replay the first one.
An associate and
I ain't wasting any time with it.
Osama bin Laden and his Al-Qaeda lieutenants.
Within weeks of the Marines' withdrawal from Fallujah, it became clear. The coalition had surrendered one of Iraq's most important cities to one of the world's deadliest terrorists.
Al-Zarqawi's mission in 2004 in Fallujah was real simple. It was to establish a worldwide caliphate based on his particular brand of religion.
The violence that Zarqawi preached was so appealing that people would come from all over the world to do the most horrendous and brutal things to people.
They want to torture you. They want to make your family suffer. They want to feed you. They will do so many things before they finish your life.
It was a daily scene when you go out and see bodies dumped in the trash.
There were Iraqis, of course, in the insurgency, but there was a lot of foreigners coming from all over the Arab world, even from non-Arab countries, even from the United States, from France, Europe.
It had to be stopped or the country will turn over to Al-Qaeda.
In October of 2004, Iraq's prime minister ordered civilians out of Fallujah, so Iraqi and coalition forces could retake the city.
These being based on actual historical events, I'm not going to
90%
talk
of civilians
about the science and the history behind them.
while thousands of insurgents turned
beyond
Fallujah
being an
into
author.
a fortress.
I have also been in multiple competitive shoots, USPSA style matches, and so I will also talk a little bit about movement and weapon manipulation and room clearing, because we're going to be doing a lot of that. There's no easy way to do it. You know, it is the most dangerous kind of warfare, the most dangerous action, this CQB kind of thing. Especially when you have standardized equipment, like in the Marine Corps. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the weapons they do have. Even, in 2003, 2004, 2001, during this time frame. 20 years ago now. But, just handing a guy a rifle, here's your gun, go do things. You lack that kind of individualized customization that really makes a big difference in performance. Those tenths or hundredths of a second can save your life. In a match, in a competition, I've seen many times where the first 3 or 4 highest placing guys are less than 100th of a second apart. Like all 4 guys will be in the same 100th of a second for cumulative time. And you could have, 10, 12 people out of a group of 40 or 50 competitors that are going to finish in the same quarter of a second. Every fraction of a second, the width of a hair, edge that you can get that the other guy won't have is
the night before the battle,
possibly going to save your
slept
life.
In a hole in the desert, about 3 miles north of the city. And I say slept because none of us slept. didn't sleep 1 second.
What you kept seeing was here and there almost flickering like fireflies, or guys checking their luminescent watches. And you would just see it, and then another guy checking.
When you can just look around and see like miles of men and machines get ready to try and take the city, you knew that it was going to be big.
Early in the morning of November 9th, 6 battalions of American and Iraqi forces assembled along the northern edge of Fallujah. Their mission will be to clear every insurgent out of every one of Fallujah's 50,000 buildings, so only Fallujah residents can return.
It was pitch black that night.
Here we go.
Pitch black, because they did the attack on no moon, no illumination at all.
And you could hear them from the mosque shouting to each other, let them come in, you know, never run, never show them that you're afraid.
All of a sudden, clearing one building, clearing one room
and we're like,
can be life or death. When you have to clear every room of every building in the whole damn city.
It's a war that's fought by the corporals and the sergeants and the non-commissioned officers taking charge of their fire teams and their squads.
Is going to be a lot of men
I knew
dying.
this was an Al-Qaeda thing, this was a foreign fighter thing.
Regardless of the difference in force, in training and technology, going into a building where there is a prepared, dug-in opponent waiting and ready to kill you.
But I know each and every one of you standing here breathes fire.
There's no edge big enough.
You will not yield.
Remember, the only unfair fight is the one you lose.
And we will all come home together. Hoorah! Move, move, let's go!
Shit, I can't believe we're going for real. Button up! Holy shit!
Got goosebumps, man. I'm not even there. I'm just watching shit on the screen. Got goosebumps. Alright, boots on the ground. Let's make the noise, boys.
Copy, first squad. Priority target is due south of your position. Roger, 2-story dome, about 100 meters south. That's affirmative. You'll have to clear your way to it. Stay on your side of the road. We got multiple friendly units operating right next door. We don't want any conflict out there.
Oh, man. So I guess this block is our problem. 2-story building with domed roof. First thing we're gonna do is get out of the street. I guess fire hurts. Keep moving slowly. It's part of why I turned my little camera off so my face isn't taking up the corner, because there's going to be a lot of windows and you've got to cover every angle. I don't know where that's coming from, or what we're shooting at. Nor do I see any domed roofs. We're gonna keep advancing. I mean, there was a bad guy, so we gotta be going the right direction, right? To stay on our side of the street so we don't have any blue on blue action, they said. In behind this truck, there's This is a good point where I can describe the difference between cover and concealment. The engine block in this truck is cover. The rest of it is concealment. It's just a little piece of sheet metal for the bed there. Like, a bullet will go through them. Especially if the bad guys are packing, the 30 caliber AK-47 and not the smaller caliber AK-74s. Ambiance is fantastic.
Hey, get over here!
All the coughing, all the smoke.
First squad, Gator. We'll hold here while you clear these structures.
The noise, the gunfire in the background. I think you can hear it.
Stay sharp.
Up and over.
Maneuver. To send your fire element to a specific position, issue a move go command. By default, your teammates follow where you lead.
Yeah, 4 guys is a team. You got 2 teams and a squad, so a squad should be 8 guys. All right, shift. See, moving the team across the street. Cover their movement. This guy is my buddy. No man fights alone. I've said that in many videos if you've seen any of them. No man fights alone, so you always move in pairs. Buddy team. Why I wanted us to move to this side of the street. Okay. This is the perimeter. This is the end. So now what do we do? Looks like the noise and excitement is over there. Let's investigate. I don't see a domed roof, but it is a multi-story building. Friendly vehicle.
Hey, first squad, Gator. It is not secure. We're holding.
Okay. So... what are we doing?
Staged breach. Issue a move go command on a closed door, and your team will stack up and wait for your signal.
Alright, I guess this is what we were doing.
Let's go. Get ready to break.
When ready, look toward the door to order them to breach. Your fire element will flood the room.
Let's go. Kinetic entry.
First squad, Gator's moving up. Gator set, we got you covered.
Sorry. I know I'm supposed to be talking. I'm thinking too much here. There's a lot to process, a lot to do. And a lot of it is hard to really explain without visual aid, not having a rifle to manipulate to show you. Move through the building.
Roof clear.
Off. keep going, I guess. The wall's still here? No, we can keep going. Next step. I think we're supposed to be on this side with the other APC, though. Turn my flashlight off. If you're not indoors, you don't want that on because it's just gonna be a pinpoint of light. Even if, you know, way down there, I mean, it's not gonna give you any light to see down the street, but everyone down the street is gonna be able to see you. I don't want to move. Going in. I don't know where that was coming from, but we want to get out of the street, out of the courtyard. Alright, all's clear.
Move, let me get a shot. I hear movement.
Why they didn't hook up with me. Why they stayed out there. All these broken windows coming, you know, in and out, moving around you, behind you. You can't assume that a place, you know, once it's secured, you can't assume it stays secured. Yeah, you said that. What are they shooting? And now you're in the way. Which is another part of the problem. We've got 4. Say it, they're gonna move around you, behind you. You can't assume a room stays secure. Now I'm trying to go that way, but because these goofballs are in the way. Shooting through the window. Alright. Well, I'm going out this window and continuing forward. Glad he missed. I guess we're just gonna keep moving, room by room, down the street.
Hey, we got freaking weapons and shit in here.
There's so much going on, so many angles, so many corners. I just can't articulate. Alright. I got a couple bullets left. It'll be alright.
I hear movement.
I guess we'll go up and check the roof.
Gather up.
The guys fall in with me. Now.
Gators got targets running south. Moving.
Okay. Alright, if shotgun's got the door covered, I'm going to reload my rifle. We're gonna keep going. I wish we had pressure pads, momentary switches for flashlights. Because having to manually, like, on, off the flashlight is rough.
Ready 2, first squad. Who's holding a building on our route marked with a black flag? Copy, first squad. That's a command and control point. You'll have to clear it.
Rooftop with a black flag.
Roger, on it.
Suppressing fire.
Alright, so I guess we're going to that building. Back downstairs. Moving the next building further south. So, as I was talking earlier, I guess this is going to be an episode about flashlights. As I was talking earlier about flashlights and not wanting them on outdoors, you also don't want them just on all the time. And I will explicate once I get inside. Over. Looking, right, lights on. Now, if there'd been someone in this room, because I approached with my light on so that I could see.
Knock that fucker down!
They know, like, there's a light, there's a guy there, someone's coming. So,
I hear movement. Hey, I need eyes southeast. On him like it's cool.
should have
Room's
with
clear.
a momentary switch. Alright, the doors are awkward to operate. Like, you leave the light off until you're at the spot where you want to look. Like, light on. Alright, I don't see anything. Light back off. We're going to continue moving. Because
Stairs clear, let's go.
anyone else is going to see your light. Light back on. Alright, that's a switch panel, not another doorway. Yep, that's the way we're going. Get everybody to form up.
Here I go.
Rooftop building with black flag.
Face out. South. To the south.
There's the black flag. So we want to be in that building. Can I, like, sprint and jump rooftop to rooftop?
Move it.
Nope.
Where did it hit me at? Take some, you hit.
Everybody form up. Since I'm an idiot. Alright, one down. You also notice how we're just kind of looking down the length of the weapon and not actually aiming through our sights. You know, at these kinds of short ranges, this is what's called point shooting. We want to get rounds on target to suppress the enemy and or cause damage and injury as quickly as possible. Because as I was stating earlier, every, 10th, 100th of a second is going to be life-changing. Whether that's good or bad depends on who pulls the trigger first in their 100th of a second. Stairs going up. I like how dusty, dirty the rooms are, the ambience. The ambience is fantastic. Because, when you're discharging rifles repeatedly, running full auto belt feds, like indoors, in a room, move, maybe? Do I have a melee? Ah, there's a hole in the roof. That I didn't even notice. Because, like I was saying, with the dust and the dirt and, running a burst from the saw, mag dumping an M4, fighting indoors like this is gonna knock the dust loose from anything and everything.
All clear in this room. All right, move southwest. Moving up. Cover the staircase. Shoot that.
All right, grabbing the flag.
Pissed about this.
Those mortars.
Rated 2, first squad. Flag house is secure. We're moving on. Negative, first squad. Rally on Gator and stand by. Yes, sir. Roger that. Moving to Gator.
Sure thing.
Going back downhill. Back to our APC. So, again, I would have flashlight off as they're moving down the stairs. Now that I've gotten to the bottom of the stairs, we have the pressure pad comes on, cut in the pie, sweep the room. All right, everything's clear. We're going to turn the flashlight back off as we keep moving. Now, flashlight back on because I want to check this room because something's behind us, and back off because it's clear. But because I have to toggle the flashlight and I don't have a momentary switch, it's a pain in the butt. Which goes back to what I was saying earlier about customizing the kit to the individual man. Some guy somewhere signed off on the paperwork and said, yeah, good enough. It's a flashlight. That's what the Marines need.
Roger, stand by.
And didn't think about, the actual usage and implication of having a toggle switch versus a momentary switch, a pressure pad.
And as soon as
It's a
I
big
walk
deal.
in,
All right.
I see a machine gun.
Sorry this
right
took
in
so
front of my
long.
face. Maybe 10 feet,
In
15
the
feet
intro there,
right in
time
front
was
of my
wasted. I'm
face.
sure I lost all the
Going
viewers
first
because we
and
get straight
playing
into the
Russian
action.
roulette
But
every day
thanks for being here.
is not
Give me a
good for
like,
your
give
mind.
me a comment if you have
know?
learned something about
The way I
flashlights.
did it with my Marines is like,
It's about half an hour. I'm going to call it the end of the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, we clear more rooms.
The only way you can clear a city is you have to search every house, you have to search every room, and you have to root out every insurgent.
We're doing our methodical house clearing work, and that call comes over the radio. You hear them, we're attacking, we're a block away. And you just think, oh, please let that be outgoing.